You are now listening to the Garage Poppin' Family Chronicles podcast. Have a seat at the table and let's have a family discussion.
What's up, Garage Poppin' Family? This is Garage Poppin' Family Chronicles, and we are your hosts. I am Alyssa.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Tasia.
And today we are going to be talking about spirituality, our spiritual journeys.
Yes.
What
Yes. So everyone right now seems to be on some sort of spiritual journey right now. Like that seems to be the going,
trend.
I won't say phase because I feel like it's a really needed thing, but like everyone is on some sort of spiritual path, some sort of spiritual journey in order to make themselves a better person. So we just want to talk about it. Like, what does that look like for you? Um, what are the things that you guys are doing, or what are the things that we're doing in order to fulfill our spiritual journey? Um, so, Alyssa, what are some of the things that you do?
Of course, I'm first.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you what kicked off my spiritual journey was when I went through my whatever happened.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't talk about a lot of some of the things, like I just keep to myself. But a lot of those things, I had a lot of answers. I mean, I had a lot of questions, and I'm getting the answers now. It's weird, but if you're on the spiritual wavelength, um, I really feel like I was in a different dimension, like for real. It's crazy. But with my spiritual journey now, definitely look at angel numbers. They surely pop up.
Yep.
Um, I usually sage 222 down there. I usually sage, but I haven't saged in a while. But I really just talk to my ancestors like I'm talking to y'all right now. I could be sitting on the couch or something, and I'll be like, so what's going on? What we doing? Like, why am I going through this? Like, can y'all help me out? What we doing? I try to make sure I give a lot of thanks. I'm not really a ritual person. Some people do rituals with the oils, and I was trying to do that, but that's not me.
Yeah.
So I just be talking. I be talking to them and making sure they know that I know that they here. And that's it.
Yeah. So I do a lot of breathing exercises. So in the morning, Tasia will know because like when she's upset, I'm always like, listen, you need to breathe. You need to take in breaths 6 seconds and then let them out for 6 seconds. And she'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do it when we get off the phone. And I already know she's not gonna do it when we get off
Yeah,
the
I'm
phone.
like, whoa, why she make me do it?
Right. Like in the morning, like before I even get up, like I will breathe. Like when I tell you, like it's something that happens, like it's almost amazing. Like how much more calm I am, how much more focused I am, how much more like in tune with things I am. Like it kind of changes my entire mindset for the day. And I can tell when I don't do it that I get frustrated easily. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little flustered easily. But even when I'm upset, I'm like, hold on, let me take 5 minutes and I'm just gonna breathe, close my eyes, and think about what I want while I'm breathing. You know what I mean? Like what I want for myself in this moment. You know what I mean? Like not like what I want 10 years from now, but like in this moment where I'm so frustrated, what do I want for myself? I want to be calm. I want to like let whatever is frustrating me go. Like I literally have to do that. And I can tell in the mornings if I don't do it, listen, you might get cussed out. I don't know. Okay. It could happen. But that's definitely one thing that I do a lot.
Um, so it might sound weird. I'm not super religious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be going to church. But I talk to God a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I talk to God like he my homie. Like when I'm super frustrated, I be like, hey, it's me. know this morning I was asking you for a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm just here to talk. Whatever it is that's going on, like I ask questions, I give myself answers, I try to talk through the emotions that I'm feeling. It kind of feels like I'm writing in a diary. You know what I'm saying? Or it
Yeah.
feels like I'm talking about my feelings to someone, you know what I'm saying, who's just listening and not saying any fucking thing, and it feels awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And short-term goals. Like when I feel like, my spiritual journey as of now, I feel like, I'm trying to be a better woman. I'm a young woman. I just got a little raise. So I'm trying to better myself as a young independent woman. Like, I ain't got no kids, got my own car, got my own house. I'm set. So I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, elevate and be a better woman than I was yesterday or the day before. So like short term goals like hitting a bonus at work. Like, it's so many opportunities at my job to make extra money. Like I'm gonna be like, we doing this week. We getting this much money this Friday. That's you know what I'm saying? Like a goal that I do, or doing something consistently, because I'm very inconsistent. Like I'm gonna do yoga every morning, except for Monday morning when I feel like that's what it is. I try to give myself something that I'm gonna do every day, because I don't think I do anything every day except smoke weed, which is also helping me on my spiritual journey.
From the earth. I do want to do mushrooms again. I did them one time when
We'll try them.
yeah, I did it one time when I wasn't like I want to do it now that I'm more spiritually focused.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. It was crazy. Colors
Like
and all.
peyote. We should just
Awesome.
like go to the desert and do peyote and just sit there and
I don't know
not
what
get
it is.
eaten by a coyote.
That girl said, hold
I
on.
don't know.
Wait. That's what I'm saying.
We should do coyotes.
Wait, I'm lost. Do the shrooms in the desert with the coyotes? Did you
No,
say the desert?
peyote. Peyote.
Oh, with the coyotes.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
I don't even.
It's something that tribal people use, and it kind of like opens you up to the universe. Like it's kind of like a psychedelic, and like a lot of people who do it say that they've gone through like a spiritual journey, like, and they've seen things and they know what they want, and they, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's like really amazing. But I would try mushrooms. But the people who be doing mushrooms, they just be doing it to go to the club, and I don't want to be in nobody's club on a
That's not
mushroom.
what it's for, and especially if you're not open, like spiritually, and like you up in the head, it's gonna look. You have to really be centered and around people that you trust when you
Yeah.
do it. I definitely want to do it again and like go to a spiritual retreat. I know that what's that show that was on Hulu? I know it was crazy what the hell she was doing with them, but I definitely want to
Yes,
go to a spiritual
I know
retreat.
exactly what you're talking about. I watched the whole thing and I
The
was like,
nine,
'cause she
yeah,
was dosing them. Remember, she was micro dosing them.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I want to go to a spiritual retreat. Something else that I do that I've been speaking manifestations.
Oh, for
Manifestations are
sure.
super important. Like now, because the tongue is very powerful. I won't say I'm broke now. When you say you broke, it's gonna attract what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, when I want something, I speak it into the present like I already have it. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be we're on our way to be billionaires, millionaires, whatever, multimillionaires. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing
Yes.
this podcast. We're on the way.
Yes.
But you have to envision it. You have to see it. You have to speak it. You have to actually believe it in order. So if I really want something, I've learned that everything I want it always works out. Everything always works out for me in the end. So now I've stopped
Yes.
worrying about things
Me
that
too.
I can't control because something better is definitely coming along for me.
Always.
That is exactly how I feel also. That's why, like, if I did resign this contract, but if I went to go resign it and they didn't resign it for me, that would just be a sign to me that, okay, this is not where you're supposed to be, and there's something better out there for you. Just like when they say, when God closes a door, he opens a window. You know what I mean? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
can't be stuck on one thing. You can't let,
I ain't never heard that.
yeah, you can't let one thing in your life just deter you from doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, you got to keep going. Like, there's always a way. It may not be a straight line, but
It's never a straight line.
it's, girl, can we
It's
get a
never
straight line?
a
Universe,
Please.
straight line.
can
Right.
we get one straight line?
Please.
Okay.
Man, this
But
podcast gonna be that straight line that's gonna get us. But you know what? You gotta go through the things in order. It's the timing is not right either. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you
yeah,
think that this is supposed to be for you, the timing may not be right, or there may be something better. So I gotta stop questioning why things happen to me.
Yeah.
You know,
yes,
because if
definitely.
you question it, and then down the line you're like, damn, why now I know why I didn't get this. I didn't get this right because it wasn't for me or wasn't the time. I wouldn't have accepted it the way
Exactly.
that I would now.
Oh my God. I completely agree with that. I feel like I do need to start doing yoga in the morning.
It's
I feel
amazing.
I mean, like I used to do yoga. Remember I had all those tapes, all those
Mm-hmm.
cassettes. I used to like I really wanted to be into yoga. But I think I wanted to be into yoga for the flexibility, not for like the calming properties that it has. But I feel like now what
Bust it wide open. Okay, go ahead.
Now she wanted to learn how to do a split. That's
Oh
why
my
you was doing
goodness.
yoga.
We learn to do a
Okay.
split on
anyway, anyways, whatever. I'm already off track.
the I can't do yoga. I'm trying to lose weight and it's too slow for me. I need to get on a cycle, on the bike. I need to get
Oh,
like
honey,
motivated.
yoga will get you straight.
I need something
Like
fast. My mind doesn't focus.
yoga is hard. I don't understand why people think it's just like upward dog,
Yeah,
down.
I do
No,
beginner's yoga and be sore.
girl,
Maybe
you
hot yoga. I'll do some hot yoga where we in a hot ass room and I'm gonna sweat out all my body, my
See,
water.
and I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose weight and I don't want to wear my real hair. Maybe I could wear a curly wig.
no.
I'll look back into that.
Put that on the list.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
We're gonna note that. I'm gonna say
noted.
this. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Tasia said too when she's talking about she's not religious.
Hmm.
Going through everything and unlearning everything that I've learned in life, I'm not a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I believe in a whole bunch of stuff. We've all talked about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not a Christian. I don't want to put myself into a box of religion, and I have nothing against anybody that does. Really, there's just so many more questions I have, and I can look into Christianity and then look into Buddhism and then look into this, and there's something
Mm-hmm.
in every single one of them that okay, that makes sense. Okay, this is that,
Yes,
and I don't feel
I
like I should put myself in a box.
I completely agree, and it's hard because my father, your grandfather,
My dad.
is a pastor. Yeah, and so even growing up, and he was a deacon, and I always had questions, and it wasn't that I didn't want to go to church. It was just that I felt like I don't think that anybody should have to tell you that you have to come somewhere every Sunday and sit in a pew in order to hear God's word. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I believe in, like you said, I believe in the universe. I believe in signs. I believe in manifestations. I believe in all kind of stuff, but I just don't think that you have to sit in someone's church every Sunday in order to be spiritually healed or
To
go
be
to
blessed.
heaven or go here.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know
let's
what
be
I
honest, some of them pastors are all for their money, and they have been cussing and drinking and gambling, and then come in and tell you what you're supposed to be doing, and
mean?
it's like, wait a minute,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to try to differentiate the two because people be like, pastors are people too. Okay, but the pastor said don't do this, that, or this, and he do all of that stuff. So
Right.
I
yeah.
mean, church. Why does the church have a Venmo? Why does the church have an ATM inside of it now? Like, why is there a Starbucks in here? This is not what church started off like.
Right.
A lot of these churches are built on money and like greed,
Yeah.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I can't get down with it. I told my dad that I wasn't a Christian, and you know what he did? I love him to death, but he gave me a whole speech about why I was. So it's like at the end of the day, when you have people that are stuck in a mindset of just like older people, you can't tell no old person about some stuff because they set in their ways, and it is what it is. You
Mm-hmm.
can't tell somebody who's been a Christian all their life that you're not a Christian or something because they think it's a demon and it's not from God. So I don't explain my religious views. I will. I will say I will, but I'm not
You
gonna
know
explain
what's
it to
crazy
nobody.
too? So I started reading this book, and it's about the slave ships when they came over, and what they believed in, and how they believed in Yimiya, and you know what I mean? Like they believed in all these different gods and goddesses, but when they got here, the only thing that they were able to read or recite was Christianity. You know what I mean? So they had to hide what they really believed in, because when they got here, they were like, no, you guys are going to be Christians. And that's another problem that I have with, like you said, just saying, okay, I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? Like, cause am I, or did you make me one? Like you can't make me only have this one. Listen, I've been watching Vikings.
Okay.
Okay, girl, they believed in the gods, the goddesses. Like I literally think that there is so much more out there, and I hate when people put themselves into a box and they're like, no, this is what I believe. There's Jesus, the Holy Spirit. No, there's more than that. Like this is a huge universe. There's more than that, you know?
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. I don't like when people say, "Yeah, because I'm black and my ancestors are black and this and that." You know, the book "Many Lives and Many Masters." I read that, and I read another book by them too, like that Rashidi recommended. But we've been all different colors. Like I had a past life reading. I was Indian. I was like I used to play the piano, and my dad. I would get frustrated, and my dad would calm me down. I know how to play the piano by ear. Like it's just weird. Now I never learned how to play the piano. They were talking about I was somebody that was our church burned down, and I became a leader, and I got it fixed back up, and it was better. And I would go to people's houses and like counsel them, which is stuff that I like to do. I like public speaking. So everything that you've been through comes to you how you are. But when somebody says something like, my ancestors black, I don't mess with white people, I don't this and that. The things you hate are the things that you're going to become. And I feel like when you don't have empathy for certain things, it's because you haven't experienced it. If you see a homeless person and you say they need a job, you ain't never experienced homelessness, and you will. Or the people that be like, I hate black people. You gonna come back as the blackest nigga that you can ever be. That could be that the person one. So I
My
don't.
personal ones.
Right. So I don't deal with trolls or
With
people that say
Walmart.
that are racist. I don't deal with any of that because you're going to be that. And
Yeah.
I always go back to, everybody, your karma comes from something that you did. And I don't like to say that because people be like, well, I was sexually abused. Why this or that? Did I deserve it? That's not what I mean. I
That's
read
not
a story about
trauma.
it.
That's
Yeah,
trauma.
And that
I
has
read
more to do with that other person than with you.
Yeah.
It does, but I was reading something about this guy. He was a king, and well, he's blind in his life, but in his past life, he was a king, and his means of torture was to gouge people's eyes out. So a lot of the things that people go through are because of something maybe you didn't do in this life, but you did in your past life, and you have to pay those debts off.
Yeah.
So it just
Yeah.
makes you think. And then a lot of people that are disabled, they come here disabled because they're helping another family member. Which is what something I read, helping another family member ascend because they can't ascend fast enough. And when you're disabled, you can help them ascend. And then the person that's the caregiver, they're learning to care for somebody because they've never cared for someone and taken care of someone.
Yeah.
So I don't look at people and be like, oh, I feel bad for them because everybody's on a different spiritual journey and we're on different
Yeah.
levels.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I must have cheated on my husband in my past life, because God said you shall not have one in this one.
That doesn't mean that you won't have one. I mean, I look at that too when people can't have kids, and I feel bad for them too. But maybe there's another way. Like we had people in our family that were teachers. They could never have. Aunt Dolly was a teacher.
Yeah.
She could never have
I
kids,
rest
but
her
she
sweet
still,
soul.
yeah, but she still was able to care for children. So there's
Yeah.
different ways that you can do things instead of thinking, why can't I have this or why can't I do this? Maybe there's something else you got to focus on.
You know what you said about karma? Another reason why I am, on my spiritual journey trying to be a better woman, because I try to be such a good person. I try to be so considerate of others. I try to, try to be so understanding, and I'm already super empathetic. I can feel your emotions through the screen as we speak. Um a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been taken advantage of, or a lot of people have, like tried to get over. So that's another reason why I'm on my spiritual journey to be like, being a good person is one thing, but don't be a fool.
You
That's
gotta
one
have
of my
balance.
mantras.
You gotta have that
Yeah,
balance.
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 That's what I'm working on,
Mm,
like the balancing
boundaries.
between the two, because people, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't trying to be a good person. Everybody ain't on their spiritual journey. People are assholes.
Yeah.
And you have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you have to know who you are. Within, you have to
Yeah.
be equipped with who you are as a person. Who I am
But you
as a
also
woman.
have to constantly work on yourself too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like that is a journey in of itself.
Damn.
I was just
Like you have to work on yourself all the time. Like it's not a one.
put her down.
I what am I doing?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay. All right. It's not like a one and done thing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you have to constantly work on yourself. You can't be like, "Okay, I've mastered myself now." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm done. I feel good about myself. Like you have to do it every day. It's
Yeah.
not something that, "Oh, I'm done." Like it's
You also
crazy.
have people that aren't spiritually protected either. Like when you drink alcohol consistently, or you do drugs or stuff like that, like you're opening yourself up for anything to come in and take over. That's why they call them spirits, the drinks, the
Yeah.
spirits, because you're allowing something to come in. Even when some people astral project. I don't astral project. I've never done it. I think it'd be cool, but if you don't do it correct, and you don't have your body protected, your body is open for anything to come back in, or for you to get stuck or bring back. I don't because I ain't ready for it. But you definitely have to spiritually protect yourself when you're doing any type of spiritual stuff, because we're in a war of good and versus evil that people can't see. Like when you see somebody and they say they killed all 6 of their kids, and you're like, what the? Why would you somebody do that?
Hey.
Some of these people are not spiritually protected, and things. I'm not making an excuse for anybody who does those things, but you let things take over your mind and take over, and you don't have control of what you're doing. So you have to be spiritually protected for sure. For
Definitely.
sure.
For sure.
Man, I can go on and on about. I love this.
I
Love
was just gonna
listening.
say, me
I love
too.
listening to like-minded stuff, like and a lot of people are waking up and having an awakening now, and it's amazing to see. But you have to discern what you feel like is right for your journey instead of listening to what everybody else says and trying to do
Mhm.
what everybody does.
Definitely.
Because you got some people
Definitely.
that try to do everything. I was doing candles at one time, and I'm like, I'm not consistent with this. Is they not gonna if I don't like this candle day, I want to burn. You know, leaving
Right?
this shit burnt for 7 days. Like hell, I'm scared. I'm gonna come back and be on fire. That's not for me. I can't
Yeah.
burn no.
A
But I
lot of
see.
a lot of stuff isn't for me either. Like I will when I first came in this house, like I went around with sage. You know what I mean? And in each room, I was just like, protect this room, protect the people in this house. You know what I mean? And I feel like I feel like there's a lot of people who are doing stuff like that who are only doing it because they feel like it's a fad. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not really believing in it. Like I feel like you can't do anything if you don't believe in it. You know what I mean? Like really, really, really believe in it.
I'm an
So
overthinker because I was sage, but I'd be like, damn, I got an attic. So if I don't sage up there and I'm just sage down here, are they all running around
Oh
upstairs? Like,
my God. Well, at least they scared to come downstairs, bitch. You be all right.
I don't know what to do. I can't reach every corner up there. Like,
don't go in your attic.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you
Don't
do.
go in the attic.
If you
I
do, take
saged up
some
there, but
sage
I
up
was
there.
trying to push the smoke and it didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. I had anxiety attacks when I was younger. And of course, I love my mama, but she'd be like, "Girl, go to bed." But like my daddy would try to talk to me, get out. I would just be so scared of death. Like I'll be scared, like, "Oh my god." I'm gonna die. I'm here. I'm not even here right now. I'm gonna die and be gone forever and ever and ever and ever. Why am I here? Like I would just be questioning everything and wake up with like anxiety attacks, which is why I sleep with the cover over my head. I mean, I don't now, but I used to sleep with the cover over my head because I didn't want nothing to walk in on me, and I wouldn't lay on my stomach because somebody can come in there and grab me. I was just unless somebody's in the room with me, I would be super scared. But I used to have anxiety attacks like really really bad, and my dad would talk me out of like everything's okay. So now I deal directly with death at the hospital, and I deal with these things. Like it puts me in a position to be like, you don't have to be scared. And I'm like, okay, we got plenty of lives. Like, I don't want to be here no more. Like my past life, I've been here since like 500 BC or something.
Okay.
Hey,
But
I want one.
I want to know
oh,
when I was.
Right, I want one.
Who knows?
I'll send it to you because what she does is she meditates and then she writes stuff down, and then she'll sit up here and she'll send you different paths. Like she showed me like my spirit guide was like in the shape of something, and like she'll draw the picture of the people that she sees. Oh, New Delhi. Yeah, it was really. I saw her on one of the
I
Facebook.
want to do it.
Yeah, and she
I'm
was like,
scared she's gonna be like, you the reason Noah built the ark. You cried for 40 days and 40 nights. All you did was shed tears. You almost flooded the world.
well, she was like, that was the first thing.
She's gonna be like, you were the second elephant on the ark.
Well, she said I was the first person she had that had to deal with a lot of religion, which I think is crazy now that I'm not putting myself in a box this year. It's crazy. But she'll point out the specific things that speak to you in this life. And she did like 6 lives for me. And I was a fat white man, I was an Indian, I was a black woman with a kid.
White man.
I was.
That might help me with some things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
I will definitely send you guys the link because I don't know what I'm talking
about. I love it.
Well, this has been enlightening.
Yes. I love this. I love this.
Yeah. I enjoyed this.
And we don't want to offend anybody with anything, whatever you believe in, whether you're a Christian or whatever religion, or if you just a free spirited, you believe in God, whatever you were atheist, it is what it is. We are not trying to offend nobody. We're just talking about our spiritual journeys and what we believe. And that's that on that. All right. Do y'all have anything else on this topic?
I just want to say your thoughts are your reality.
Woo.
Yes.
Preach.
Make it happen.
Breathe. Take time to breathe. I'm telling you, it does something. It does something to you. Like, I'm telling you.
Manifest. And watch your wording. The tongue is very powerful. Because we're going to be multimillionaires. So, y'all are watching this in the beginning. Just starting off. We appreciate the people that are here now. But we're going to take off. Purr. Oh, I'm sorry. Purr.
Like a cat.
You're like,
I hate that shit.
Purr.
Meow. All right. We'll see y'all on the next episode where we'll sit at the table as a family and discuss a brand new topic about a brand new thing.
Breathe.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye. Peace. Manifest.